Hey, it's Tony talking car biz. Hey, video number 2 on this 2023 Toyota Crown Limited Edition. In this video, I'm going to jump inside, check out all the great interior features. Be sure to watch for a link at the end of this video for the exterior overview. But as I say, in this video, we're going to jump inside, show you what comes standard on the Crown Limited for 2023. Here we go. Before we jump inside, let's take a look at your door panel. So this is an all black interior. We've got a silver door handle that kind of bumps out or steps out on the door. Memory driver's seat for 2 drivers. Power windows, 1 touch up and down on all 4 windows. Power door locks, power mirrors. We also have power retracting outside mirrors. So these mirrors right up here can be folded in and out automatically or manually using that switch right there. One of the things that you'll see inside the Crown, hopefully it shows up in video, they use a lot of this bronze accents on the inside. There's a bottle holder here, there's a speaker down there, and then this one has been upgraded with these puddle lights. They actually shine down onto the ground, the word Crown, and that is an upgrade, so it's an extra charge. In the threshold here, it does have the Crown emblem in brushed aluminum. And then take a look at the seats. These seats are power driver seat, power recliner, power lumbar support. They're heated and ventilated. These are a leather seat, and then a little bit of that bronze piping here on the seat as well. Height adjustable headrest, as well as height adjustable seat belts, and also side impact airbags. They're built right in the seat, so they move with you as you move the seat forward. Take a look up here on the dashboard. There's 4 vents. They really do some nice touches here. This is actually gloss black bezel here. It could have just been plain black, but they kind of stepped it up. On and off. Auto high beams. Electronic front window de-icer. Dimmer switch for your dash lights down here and your trip reset. We do have a tilt telescoping steering wheel. Moving down a little further, we've got our trunk release, gas door release, park or hood release, dead pedal, accelerator, and brake, exactly where you would expect those. Let's go ahead and jump in, take a seat. Behind the wheel of the Crown, it definitely feels like a full-size sedan. There is a lot of room up here, passenger room. That panel moonroof takes away a little bit of headroom when the visor is closed, but it is awesome because it just really drops the light in here. With this all black interior, all the light I can get helps with my camera, so I appreciate that panel roof. So here, take a look at legroom. I do have this seat all the way back. I would not be able to drive it. I'm 5'7", so if you're a 6-footer, I think you're going to be okay. Take a look at the steering wheel. It is an electronic steering, leather wrap steering wheel, heated steering wheel. Of course, you do have that driver's side airbag. Over here, we've got our cruise control settings. We've got some controls for our sound systems, different modes for our information center. Then over on this side, we've got our controls, complete controls for the information center, which is up here in the gauge cluster. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Also controls for your sound system, so you can raise and lower the volume. You've got voice activation for your sound system as well, and you can also set up your Bluetooth for your smartphone. So a pretty good system there. Let's take a look over here. We've got front washer wiper controls with intermittent settings for the front washer wipers. And then over on this side, we've got our headlight controls. We do have auto on and off for our headlights. We also have auto high beams. And then let's take a look at the actually the gauge cluster. So this is an 11.3-inch multi-information center. So it really is a computer screen basically. On the left, we've got our charging for our EV system, our drive modes, eco and power. We've got an outside temperature, digital speedometer, tachometer, and digital kind of the old school speedometer as well, outside clock, or I'm sorry, outside temperature and a clock. And then the controls right here allow you to toggle through a variety of information. Like right now, it's doing the energy monitoring system. So you can really just toggle through a bunch of features. And this is also where you can personalize the safety sense settings. It is really easy to read. It's pretty crystal clear. At night, it boy, it really lights up at night. So a nice looking display there for that. Take a look at our multi-information center up here in terms of our information center or our sound system. So this too is a 12.3-inch touchscreen. All the software is now being developed by Toyota. So there's only one button, and that's one right here. Of course, you do have some controls here on the steering wheel as well, but they eliminated a lot of buttons because they're now developing their own software, and so they're able to excuse me, control and make it a better quality or user experience. As far as the sound system capabilities, we have AM, FM, Sirius satellite radio, Apple CarPlay wireless, Android Auto, Alexa compatibility. That Sirius satellite radio, you get 3 months of their platinum service, and then it's a subscription after that. So it's a pretty good sound system. I want to show you the backup camera on here. So it's got a nice bright backup camera, and it does have path projection. And then there's also 2 different settings for wide angle versus the narrow angle. Really clear, really easy to see what's behind you when you jump out on the road. Navigation's not been set up on this because it's not sold yet, or it is sold, but we want to set it up for the next owner, so I can't really display that. And I don't know if you can see it in the video, it's hard to see, but this trim right here is kind of a bronze trim, similar to what we saw over on the doors and on the seat backs. So they use a lot of that on the inside of here. Push button start, 4-way hazard, heated seat controls for up front driver, ventilated seats for front driver, and then passenger has the same thing. The back seats, those are heated only. Front window defrost controls are right here. Rear window and heated outside mirror controls are there as well. And then of course we have automatic temperature control for front driver and front passenger. Take a look down below here. I'll throw a little light on, hopefully you can see it. There's a little bit of a place here, but it's not really a storage. I don't know, I think they could have made better use of this area. It is wrapped with Softech fabric. Here's our wireless charging for our smartphone, so you just drop your phone in there and it wirelessly charges. I like that idea, that it can just drop it in and away you go. 2 USB-C charging ports here, a couple of cup holders, little storage cubby. Your shifter is really short. It has that bronze effect here, and it's also leather wrapped, but it's, as you can see, it's tiny. But to shift through your gears, you basically pull back and you go into your drive mode, and then to back up, reverse, you go actually forward. Doesn't seem as intuitive, but to put it in park, you tap the button right there and it parks it, and then it will lock or unlock your doors depending on how you have that set up. Drive modes are here. Parking brake hold is here. Traction control on and off. Your parking brake is actually set right here, and then your EV mode is here as well. Just a reminder, EV mode is not for driving out on the roadways. It's for very slow speeds, like in a parking ramp or a garage, something like that. Or maybe you pulled into your own garage and you want to finish that podcast. Hit EV mode, the engine will turn off, and you won't gas yourself out in the garage. But that's what that's for. The armrest here, it's a nice size armrest. It's padded. I think it's Softech fabric on the top of it. The one feature that I like about this is it's universal, so I can open it up on this side or I can open it up on this side. So it's got that dual hinge system that Lexus had first, and now the Crown has that. Little storage cubby here. There's some storage down here, and then way down here, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a USB-C, and there's also a 12-volt outlet down there as well. So you do have some nice storage, and you have some extra power options there in the middle as well. Take a look over at the passenger side, passenger seat. Looks nice, very similar to what we see here on the driver's side. We do have a full-size glove box. That's a locking glove box down here. There's extra speakers up here because the Limited does come with JBL audio system. So that's up there, that extra speaker. We do have lighted vanity mirrors on both sides, and the visors do slide out and then they retract like so. And then finally up top, we've got overhead lighting for your ambient lighting, reading lighting, switches for the shade for the power shade for the panel roof. And then the Limited does come standard with a automatic dimming mirror, and then we have garage door openers underneath there as well. So a real high level of standard equipment up front. Let's go ahead and jump in the back seat. Here's a quick look up front from the back seat. You can see it's super spacious up there. In the back seat on the center console, we do have vents here. There's no temperature controls. There are 2 USB ports there. I do like the fact that they're up higher. On other Toyotas, they're way down there. It doesn't make any sense. So putting them up higher is definitely a smarter way to go. There's pockets on the backs of both front seats. I've got this seat right here all the way back, and I wanted to show you the legroom. So there is still plenty of legroom back here. I don't think it's as much as the Avalon had in the back seat, but it should be pretty sufficient, and these seats are pretty darn comfortable. There are 3 seat belts back here, more of that bronze stitching. There's overhead lights up here. We've got a folding armrest as well with a cup holder. I don't ever understand why they put lids on the cup holders, but they do nonetheless. By the way, these back seats do fold down. I'll show you that when we jump into the trunk. There's passenger assist grips. There's coat hooks back here. And then over on the door, I wanted to show you, we've got 2 speakers. So a JBL speaker on top, a speaker down here. There's your heated seat controls. There's no ventilated seats in the back. There's a pocket bottle holder down there. And then there's also a light on the door as well. So a lot of little things that they super pay attention to detail. Let's go ahead and jump in the trunk. So the trunk lid on the Limited is not a power trunk lid, but you can see it opens up nice and high and gets out of your way. Hopefully you won't bonk your head on that. I've got the spare tire up and open right now. It is a temporary spare tire with your jack there. You might be able to get some jumper cables wrapped around that spare tire, or maybe some other emergency equipment. There's a little storage compartment here and a tool kit, but there's not as much room underneath here as there are on other Toyotas, so not a lot of storage there. They do give you this little hook system when you bring that up, so you can hook it up and get it out of your way. The trunk itself is pretty darn nice. It does have a low lift over height. Releases for your back seats are right there. And one thing is there's a small LED light right here. And then this has the JBL audio system, so there's a subwoofer up under here. They trimmed out that under part of that panel, and a lot of cars they don't, but on the Crown they decided to trim it out. Just another attention to detail. And then you can see we have a 60/40 fold down seat. If you need to slide long items through there, that's going to come in super handy as well. So that's a quick look at the interior on this 23 Toyota Crown. That's an interesting thing that I just said, Toyota Crown. Toyota is actually referring to it as the Toyota Crown, meaning Toyota Crown. If you look it up on the website, they've got it listed as the Toyota Crown. Weird. So it's a little bit redundant. So that's the interior overview. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Feel free to share it out, like the video. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, let me know. I'd be happy to answer them if I'm able to. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video.